Hello, fellow citizens of the globe. This is episode 1 of season 1 on the Zoom Out podcast. On this podcast, I will be taking a look at political, economical, financial, health, food, fitness, relationships, self reliance, and morals. Ultimately, what's right and what's wrong. On this channel, I will be talking to people through all walks of life, all viewpoints, and all sides, even the ones I disagree with. I will be focusing on the facts though, zooming in or out depending on the circumstances. This is your host, Hamza Malik. Let's get started, guys. A warm welcome. Let me take us back to 2020 and give you a quick recap on how drastically the world has changed since 2020 and by the time of this recording, start of 2025. A quick, long, excruciating 4 years. On March 11th, 2020, the WHO, that's the World Health Organization, declared a worldwide pandemic. This declaration caused countries, provinces, cities, communities, and even families to isolate from each other. This isolation ultimately caused governments around the globe to start printing trillions and trillions of dollars. And this printage caused inflation. Goods went up, services went up, product prices rose. It hurt the common people, especially the poor and the middle class. On February 24th, 2022, Russia launched a special military operation on Ukrainian soil. That operation and that war has claimed the lives of millions of people, and it rages on till this day at a very serious risk of an escalation that will bring this war into a World War III situation. Now, on October the 7th, 2023, we have seen the current brutal, escalated round of conflict between the Israelis and the Palestinians. This conflict, as brutal as it is and as localized as it is, it can spill out into the region, possibly into the globe. It may come to a town near you. We have seen the blockade and the siege of the Red Sea Strait by the Yemeni Houthis. 20% of the world's trade used to flow through those waters, through the Suez Canal, and into the pockets of the consumers. Now, that same ship has been rerouted through the Horn of Africa, adding tons of time to each passing ship, adding tons of fuel, and also insurance premiums went up. I've read somewhere that up to 250% increase since the blockade of the Yemeni Houthis. Okay. We have seen Israel and Iran openly trade blows from their sovereign territories. Never has it happened before. We have seen Israel attack Lebanon consistently, constantly over the last year and a half. They have invaded the south of Lebanon, ranging from 2 to 5 miles at different points. Now they have signed a shaky ceasefire, a truce between not Hezbollah, the fighting party, but with the US, with France, with the UN, and with the government of Lebanon. Now, not the fighting parties. The Israelis still hold 5 strategic location endpoints into southern Lebanon, and they have refused to pull out from that location. They are still attacking and bombarding till this current second. We have seen Israel do special military operation on West Bank cities, Jenin, Tulkarem. They're looking at Nablus. They're looking at Bethlehem. They have bulldozed roads. They have bulldozed houses. They are evicting people. They are detaining people. They are killing people. They are humiliating people. And these escalations are rising as time goes along. And with this escalation from the government state, from the Israeli state, we have seen an escalation in settler violence. All over the media, all over social media, we can see these settlers being fanatic lunatics. Okay. We have seen Donald Trump assume power. He assumed power on January 20th, 2025. It's at the beginning of his administration. We don't know where the cards will land. It may go left, it may go right. We don't know how he will handle the situation. We have seen the emergence of BRIC nations, and that side, that party, those people are growing strong day after day, and the West is becoming weak day after day. We have seen China, Russia, Iran, India, Brazil, Venezuela, and a host of other nations stand together united. They're challenging the US dollar. They are trading amongst each other without using the Swiss system. Sanctions will become less and less valuable to the Western powers because these people are moving away from the dollar and the SWIFT system. So sanctions will not, they already don't work. They will work even less from here on out. Now, we have seen a deal made by Donald Trump, as it looks like, divided in 3 phases. Phase 1, 33 hostages came out. Palestinian prisoners and detainees were released. Now we're in this transitional phase. We stand in a fork in the road. We don't know if it will go out from all out war or we will get an extension of the previous phase or we will move to phase B. Now the Israelis have blockaded, they have sieged, no food, no water, no electricity going in. Adding to all of this, the most important part is we are looking at a complete financial catastrophe about to happen that we haven't yet experienced. On top of all these instabilities, on top of all these fires that seem to be erupting throughout the globe, throughout the regions, throughout every area you look at, it is not going well. Okay, so amongst all these little points that I just mentioned to you, the wars, the standing together and the blockade and the inflation and the isolation, we are looking at the cream of the crop, a financial catastrophe that is about to ripple throughout the whole globe. Okay, now the point of me bringing all these little points, the main events that have happened since the last 4 years, a quick, long, excruciating 4 years, is that an argument that you could have made in 2020, you cannot make that same argument in 2025 because the world is different now. It has changed. It has moved to the east. People are building bonds, they are building relationships while the Western side is infighting. They are throwing tariffs out like they're monopoly cards. They are breaking bonds. They are breaking allyship. They are walking alone, each one of them, in dismay, dazed, confused. Okay. Now, let's go to the most serious front. It's the war on the Palestinian people. These Palestinian people have endured a 16-month-long, brutal, catastrophic, life-changing, life-altering, society-shattering war. All the buildings, most of all the buildings have been demolished, destroyed, bombarded. There is no infrastructure whatsoever. There is no water going in. There is no food going in. There is no electricity going in. There is no fuel going in. Civilians were hoarded. We have seen these pictures. They are engraved into our brains. Our eyes cannot unsee what you have done. The starving children coming out of the rubble, the maimed kids, limbless kids, limbless daughters, raped daughters, Israeli soldiers playing with their undergarments, taking over houses, demolishing signs, erupting Hebrew signs. These people have acted so ruthlessly without a speck of shame. They bombed hospitals in front of us. They killed Hind Rajab in front of us while the little girl was on a call with deceased relatives in the car laying dead beside them, and they still went after her. We have seen burning men and women caught on camera. We have seen a blackout of Gaza. There have been no reporters that have been allowed to even step foot into Gaza unless it's with the Israeli IDF. We have seen a complete siege on these besieged and occupied people. The key word is an occupied people. An occupier, which is Israel, has no case, no right to self-defense. The occupied have every right of self-resistance. This is international law that Israel blatantly keeps bombarding, keeps walking over it. It keeps trampling every norm that we held dear to. They are lighting everything up in flames. These people are shameless now. They are isolated diplomatically, militarily, economically. Their military is shattered. There is infighting amongst them, a very possible chance of a all-out civil war, which will be bore by the Palestinians. They will have to pay for their civil war. The political environment is catastrophic for Israel. They have to pass a budget or it will immediately trigger an election. The Haredim are very angry and the rest of the country is very angry with the Haredim. Your tech sector is shot. The whole world's seen what these ragtag Palestinians have done and stood up to you for 16 months, even with the support of the whole Western Hemisphere, with their bombs delivered to you. Why, with the collaboration of these Arab states around you. 16 months in and we still see Hamas standing and we still see a resilient population marching to the north where you destroyed everything. If this is not a mass punishment of the civilians, what else does the world look at? How do we look at this? You, a nuclear power armed by the West in another person's land, whilst occupying them, you besiege them and you don't let any humanitarian aid. And tell me, to the Joe Blow on the street, if they don't look at you, Israel, as the aggressor, as the brutal aggressor, how else do you look at that? How else do you look at what you have done to Gaza? How does a sane human being see a country, Israel, supported by the West, nuclear power, always claiming victimhood, but always killing people brutally? You, in the last year and a half, you're attacking Gaza, you're attacking West Bank, you're attacking Lebanon, you're attacking Syria, you're attacking Iraq, you're attacking the Yemeni Houthis, and you're also wanting a huge war with Iran. Boom, creme de la creme, right? At this instant, at this moment, there is a huge push to the Trump administration to militarily get involved in a war with Iran. And let's make one thing very, 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 very clear. Okay? Americans don't want it. The Europeans don't want this war. The global South doesn't want this war. And even the collaborationist, bought out regimes of the Gulf states, they don't even want this war. Only the Israelis in their delusional mind, and especially Mr. Bibi Netanyahu, thinks if I can somehow involve the whole globe into a World War III situation, I can get my Israel, I can become their hero, and I will emerge from the flames of this war with the greater Israel, and I will help the Mashiach place the first stone for the third temple, whilst solving once and for all that rodent-like population called the Palestinians. This is a civilizational clash about to happen on our watch. The whole world has protested, has seen in 4K day after day after day. Why'd you bomb this hospital? Hamas infrastructure terrorists. Why'd you bomb this little girl? She was around Hamas. Why is this man burning in a hospital parking lot? Palestinian Islamic Jihad. Why are you besieging these people? Because Hamas will steal the food. Why are you kicking them out of this city called Jabalia, called Gaza City? Because Hamas. Why are you destroying 80% of the buildings in Gaza? Because Hamas. Why are you invading Lebanon? Because of Hezbollah. Why are you so ruthless? Because we have to be. It's pathetic. Nobody buys it. You're making yourself out to be the fool. You're isolating yourself as let's say, if you are a lover of Israel. This war has not been good for Israel. If the goal of this war was for your own benefit, it hasn't benefited you. I'm sorry to say. You are looked at as war criminals. People don't even want to sell to your people in shops anymore. Their eyes have been opened. What these Palestinians were saying for 75 years. And maybe there might have been wars in the past that were this brutal or more, but this is the first war with social media, my friends. Etched into eternity, war crimes etched into eternity. For the rest of humankind to glance at, to see at, and to be amazed at how this was able to happen. How everybody being on one side of morality, 99% of people were on one side and 1% perpetrated this, committed this, and genocided people in 4K, my friends. So if you have a voice, if you are a politician, if you are a human being, if your heart just beats, And you look at these people, 16 months living in a tent, guys. Family members lost, families wiped out, DNA gone. 14, 15, 16 months in a tent. No infrastructure. Think about that. And I know what you might be thinking. Hey, these are Palestinians. They're far away. It doesn't involve me, but that's where you're wrong. Maybe this war can become regional and it can lead to be global. It may come to a town near you. You might be sent off somewhere else to fight in a land far, far away. And believe me, you will not win that war. If I have to travel 6,000 kilometers away to fight a war in another person's backyard, I'm already at a disadvantage. Doesn't matter how strong I am. Just the logistics of it is a nightmare. Okay. So we need a permanent end to this war. And if Mr. President Trump, if you are unbelievably listening to me, maybe not, with your help, maybe we can get this message to him, by the way, right? So if you're listening to me, I want you, please, to put these two conflicts deep 6 feet under the ground. Make Netanyahu, the Israelis, the Ukrainian, and any other party that wants to create conflict in this globe right now. We're not with it. We're not going to support it. And we're going to unite behind it. Okay. We want peace. We want to collaborate with our neighbors. We want to learn their culture. We want to be a good neighbor. We want to work together with people. We want prosperity. We want families. We want children. We want a happy, safe life. Okay. Thank you very much, guys. I really, really appreciate it. I know it was a heated debate. We're going to get to the good parts, maybe. Granted, this whole World War III doesn't happen, but we will get to that part. Look at other aspects of it too, how our culture has been degraded, especially in the last 10 years. We'll get to all that good stuff, but right now, the front and center part is the war on the sector Gaza of the people of Palestine. It also includes the West Bank right now, not so much in the news, but it is happening there. There is a battle happening there. It is the fire is getting, you know when the fire just starts, it goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down right before it just completely blows up in your face. The West Bank is almost about to be in that same situation as Gaza is, right? Okay, so again, thank you very much, guys. I want you guys to like, I want you guys to subscribe, and I want you guys to share this message. Whether you agree with it or not, it's beneficial for both parties. The parties that are with this war on Gaza and the parties that are against this war on Gaza. Okay. If this war ends, because again, like I mentioned, it's not in Israel's benefit. Forget the Palestinian, forget these Arabs. It's not in Israel's benefit. Thank you very much, guys. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye.